Then I realized this is slowly becoming a reverse harem, but I was forced to sit here.
If they can be touched by the opposite sex.
Welcome to Wannaweeb podcast. I'm Lace, and these are my lovely co-hosts.
I'm Pina.
And I'm Echo.
And we're just watched Fruit Basket episode 1, 2, and 3. We are here to discuss all the details, spill all the tea. So if you haven't watched it, make sure to watch our reaction in this link right here. And you'll be up to date with what we just saw.
Spoilers ahead. Again, if you didn't watch that, check the links down below.
So, for those who have watched our reaction channel, thank you for coming to our podcast.
Hi.
We're here to just share our thoughts. So, for me, for Fruit Basket, I've never watched it. And I've heard about it back in like early 2000s.
The original.
Yeah, the original. And in the original, the animation, I'm sorry, looked like shit.
They had like alien heads. Their foreheads were so big and their eyes were so wide.
It was early anime, and it just wasn't for me. And then the fact I just didn't want to read the manga. I wasn't interested in the anime. Not it. But then the recent 2019, if anyone knows, COVID happened, and I had nothing to do but watch TV. So it popped up, and I know you watched it. I only watched the first episode because I still couldn't get into it. So it's really interesting now to watch it because we stopped at the third episode and now I actually want to keep watching it. Like I was forced to sit here and now I need to know who's that German kid at the end?
Oh, he's wonderful.
Was it German? Then who was the girl hiding with the monkey backpack? Oh my god, is she a monkey?
You guys have.
Is she the monkey? Is she the monkey backpack? Wait, who's German? What's the German animal?
What's a German animal?
A bull?
Chickens.
The cock, you mean? The rooster?
Maybe
you guys
the
have
rooster.
no idea.
So you think the little blonde kid's the rooster?
How do we know that he's
Maybe.
family? Hmm?
Well, they're gonna have to know it's family.
The
It's
kid
anime.
knew who she was.
This is true.
Yeah.
So,
Because there's this whole clan now that knows about Miss Honda because they had a talk
So
about
then,
it.
yeah. So he's family. So what animal is he?
I don't know.
What animals were we missing? We were missing
Yeah.
A horse. The dragon. Oh, is he a dragon?
You
I
guys are
think the
speculating.
main lady, Akito, I think she is a dragon.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, what flag has a dragon on it? But that's Wales, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll
Wales has
ask
a
Mariana.
dragon flag. What is a solid fucking flag, dude? Fuck
Okay,
those
so-
stripes. Fuck all this other stuff. Nah,
What's a
a
German?
dragon.
Anywho.
Yeah.
I'm interested in watching more. I thought it was very well. I feel like the female and protagonist is just a little, I don't know, like she's super smart and then other times she's just like super ditzy.
Yeah, she's definitely a cinnamon.
It's hard to like relate to her.
Mhm.
And then I realized this is slowly becoming a reverse harem. But hopefully the monkey, if that is a girl, changes that because obviously I don't want to watch reverse harems at age of 16-year-old.
Well, luckily enough, I will spoil this for you guys. It's a very G-rated, if anything PG-rated, reverse harem. Because it does turn into a little bit of spoilers for y'all. It just turned into a little bit of a harem situation.
Okay.
Where all these family members keep coming through. And again, we got to remember all these guys are very secluded shutouts. They aren't allowed to interact with other people, more or less. Except for Kyokyo, because he's an outcast. They let him be free and wild. That being said, now we gotta piece that in there.
I did like the cat because the cat is Lace's cat, basically, for the fact that
Yeah.
it's an orange cat that's just completely off its rocker, and all I'm thinking about, like, oh, it's the cat that bit me like 50 times when I came over to your house.
Yep.
And I'm just like, can I just love you? And he's like, fuck you.
And then as soon as he's
It
done and you get away from him, he's like, oh, stop petting me? Why?
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
why'd you stop? Be like, I don't know, maybe because I am losing a finger right now. Like, what's going on?
It was very interesting. It seemed like I was watching my cat becoming an actor. And it was a very popular anime. And I was like, you go, boy!
Yeah, get that paycheck.
Pay rent.
But it was exactly just like my cat. Literally,
Yeah.
being super angry over nothing, and then like being so super like soft in in the inside, because
Yep.
he is trying so hard to be better and like show people that he cares. And I think that's how my cat is. Like, he's just like we saw in the first episode.
He's just an angry boy who's trying to figure out how to express his emotions properly.
Yeah, he was like, "Where's my attention?"
Yeah. You've given me all of 2 minutes attention. I demand 7.
Right. It's a pain in the butt.
But yeah, I think that's why a lot of these in the future of the episodes, more people start coming to the house and wanting to meet her because of that shut-outness.
I need to know who the German one is. It's interesting.
If you can spoil it for us, are all family members men?
No.
Except Akito, I guess?
No, so even Akito is a dude.
I just looked up fruit baskets and it literally set me fruit baskets.
What would you expect? It's like, this is what you mean, correct?
It gave me German fruit baskets.
So this gentleman, so they're all dudes except for like, I think 2 members. Well, and yes, we met one of them in that last episode. And she has a very interesting,
Wiki says that Akito is a woman.
I'm wrong. Oh my god. No, this is what I get for never finishing it. I literally haven't watched like the last 3 episodes that are out. And I'm like, I'll get to it eventually. I did not know. I thought he was a dude the whole time. No shit. All right. Yep.
Oh my God. She's the only daughter of some 2 people that we haven't met.
So the German kid.
The German kid. So, okay. For those who hopefully know, Ouran Host Club is another anime that is kind of like a full reverse harem in a high school setting. And if you know who Honey Senpai is, your life is complete. The German kid is basically Honey Senpai because he turns into a bunny.
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
He's a bunny.
He's a bunny. That's not German.
He's the Lolita character. Oh, my tongue is not working.
Yeah, the Lolita character.
Yeah, he's the little character.
Boy one.
The cute little kawaii one, if you will. But yeah, there's I think 3 females in there. And then my favorite one is the boar guy. Him and the bunny are like best friends. They are just an absolute sweet. It's definitely like a Honey Senpai and Morty Senpai situation in that, if you will. But yeah,
interesting.
We ended up missing out on a few of the characters, but the characters we did meet, I really liked their different dichotomies and personalities. Like QQ being very reactioning on his emotions. When he has an emotion, that's what you see in him. He's unapologetically him in that moment. Sometimes to his betterment, most of the time to his detriment. And then like Yuki is the complete different opposite of that. He's very thoughtful. He takes time to think about what he's going to say and how he's going to react, how he's perceived by other people. And I think that's a little bit to his soul crushiness, where he pushes his true self down more. Where Kyokyo can be his self unapologetically. The other dude, Yuki, is suppressing that. So I like that same coin, different side argument, and gives them that whole I hate you and I don't, but I'm very envious of you. I like that a lot of that. The other, I forget his name.
Shugura.
We're gonna go with that. Shugura-sama.
Shugura-sama.
Shugura-sama. He is wonderful. He starts off, he gives off a lot of, and he is a bit of a creep. Let's not get that wrong. But his attention to, like, he does truly care, and he does want the best for everybody. And he does that in a very goofy, roundabout, fucky way.
Well, he really messed me up with that suit, though.
It threw you way off.
I'm like, who is this guy? Is he like a lawyer that's like, oh, Kyo got kicked out of school? now make sure you stay here, like social services. And no, it's the same guy. He just combed his hair back and wore a suit. And I'm like, no, that's not the same guy. This is some Clark Kent shit.
Yeah, that's
This
Clark
is
Kent, you
him.
dude.
Yeah.
So weird. It was just. I
And
was there,
as
I
a
still don't like you.
guardian, he's absolutely terrible. The house is in
Oh,
some
yeah.
shambles. It's disgusting. He doesn't know how to cook. They're going out to eat all the time. They're taking
All the time.
takeouts. So how is he a guardian? Is there no one else in the whole family more responsible than him?
Right?
This is why 25-year-olds aren't adults. His brain just fully developed. In anime, that doesn't make any sense. How he's 25 to 28 years old. I'm like, no. You should be no guardian to nobody. Not yet. Not with those 3 crazy kids, especially if you all turn into freaking animals.
Yeah.
Like, what's gonna happen if, I don't know, you get lost in the pound? Like, what do you do? Like,
So,
is that bail money? Is that bail
oh my
money?
god, could you imagine
Bail
locking them up? 2 minutes later, you come in and there's just a naked dude, and they're like, can someone let me out,
God.
please?
Like, what do you do?
Can I get a towel to cover up?
It's like you call your parent, like, hey, I'm in jail. Can you bail me out? Like, yo, I'm
Yo, I'm
in
in
the pound.
the
Like, can you come get me?
They call animal services to get them out.
Oh my god, a mouse trap. That'd be so awful.
Oh no! He's like, yo, I gotta get some cheese.
Oh, poor thing.
So, Yuki lives there with his older cousin because the older cousin is off of the main compound of their estate, if you will, and so they live on Soma land, but he lives outside the control, the immediate control, and Yuki wanted to get out of that cage, which is another really, I like that on the animators decided to do that. At one point, he's walking with Miss Honda, and he's
As a little mouse.
as a little tiny mouse swinging his little arms. He's so cute. God, I'm a moey piece of trash. Anyways, and he's walking and he's opening up the Toro, which is something that he doesn't really do a whole lot. He doesn't really share his emotions, and he's opening up saying how he feels caged in this family. And as he's saying that, the camera goes from a point of view shot just showing him to, not a point of view, but a straight on shot of him to the opposite side of the railing, showing him in a cage. And I thought that was really just, I love that. It was so cute. I love all the metaphors that they do with this. Another time he's talking about how envious he is with Kyokyo, how he can just open up and be so personal with everybody. And it shows Kyokyo with 2 other dudes, and it's very bright and bubbly and happy. And it shows Yuki in the back, in the dark, with his back turned to everybody, very secluded. I just really adored all that. The attention to detail and stuff like that. So that's why he lives there, is to get out of that cage, that control of stuff. And the adult here, Shigura, he is actually a book writer. So that's how he,
what?
What?
so that's how he makes his money. He writes books.
Oh, we didn't know that.
Nope. And then later on, his assistant will come in there pissed off that he has not written his book.
So he's
that's-
lazy. On top of
Yeah,
everything, he's
yeah.
lazy.
He's very lazy. He likes to keep his living room clean. Everything else can just pile up. That's not in his view site.
Again, shouldn't be a legal guardian.
No.
None of
Definitely should have somebody to look in on him. If
Yeah.
anybody from the state, from the Soma clan going like, dude, come on, man, we're filthy rich. We can hire people here.
Mhm.
I
We can
think
hire
that
dudes if you need.
this is the type of anime that if we watched again, I feel like we would see a lot more. I think it has a lot of depth in it,
Big
especially seeing Kyo as a character being rejected in a story, and then later from his family as well. I feel like a lot of his behavior comes from his trauma, essentially. Like, he is just like Yuki said that he's only nice to people because he wants everyone to like him. Kyo, on the other hand, is trying to protect himself and his emotions but not letting anyone in. And I think there is a lot of like small scenes in even the first couple of episodes that we watched that actually really show that. Like, it's just so deep, and I feel like if you just watch it very quickly one time, you may not like feel it very deeply. But because I feel like I was paying like a lot more attention this time compared to like a lot of anime when I just like put it on the screen and then do something else.
Yep.
I was trying to understand like why are they so vastly different, and I think a lot of it comes from the producers and the animators really trying to get deep down. And I think that's why Toru also constantly tries to kind of tell stories to explain things, because she is a little bit childish to me from like my perspective. Like she's a child, but she's childish, and I think it's because she lost her parents so early that even though she has a lot of those skills that she needed to develop, like cooking and cleaning and being responsible, on the other hand, she doesn't know how to like protect herself, because we constantly see like scenes of her mother teaching her stuff, right? But I think she kind of finished there, right? She's going to school because her mom told her to go to school, but what does she actually want herself? And I think as someone who lost parents so early, she may not had the time opportunity to really grow and develop yet as a teenager, and I kind of see her as like a child. So I think there is a lot of those kind of hidden like psychological issues in the anime itself.
I agree with you. That's what I said earlier. Like, she's an interesting female protagonist, but I can't relate to her in any way. She's young, for one thing, obviously, but it's just she's too ditzy. And, like, yeah, she says some things that, like, oh, that's just the feelings. Like, oh, that sounded smart. But majority of the time, it's just very, I don't know. It's just
damsel in distress a lot.
It's,
very airheady.
Yeah, I understand like what you were saying, Lace, with the whole like dad died when she was 3, mom died not even like a year ago, and obviously that's a lot to still learn. But I kind of wish there was more character. I don't know. It's the 3rd episode. I don't know if there is going to be character development, but I wish there was more maturity for the fact that she did have to grow up fast. You know what I mean? But
and I think it's a good way of like, because we all know people in their 20s all the way to their 60s, even to their 80s, that are capable of doing adult things, cleaning, cooking, paying bills on time, so on and so forth. But just because you can achieve adult things doesn't necessarily make you an adult. We know people in our lives that never matured past a certain age. They just stayed there and never matured themselves to become a proper adult. So I think this is kind of like where she's at, and a lot of. I think this is where. I think this is where she's at. She needs to grow up.
I have to grow up. Oh my
God.
We're
actually, I'm glad we're here. Me and Lace, actually, this is an intervention.
I'm an adult. Leave me out of this.
Wow.
Wow.
But Miss Honda, I think this is a lot of like her character is that she had to mature very quickly, but she never had the opportunity to grow up past that child stage. So she knows how to do all these adult things, but she doesn't necessarily know how to actually encompass, because she is very aware of her feelings, but I don't think she's very actually like dived into her own personal feelings. She's like an empath. She could pick up on other people's stuff, can't really pick up on her own, because earlier in the first episode, when they have a mudslide and her tent goes under, she has a photo of her mom, and when she left prior, she goes, "Mom, I'll see you when I get back." And then when the photo frame was buried, she's like, "I gotta get my mom. She can't breathe. She can't breathe." She still hasn't internalized her mom's death. She understands that it happened, but she hasn't internalized that.
Yeah.
So I think that is a good example to show that she is mature for the image of an adult, but deep down inside, she's still a child that's hurting, that still needs to mature and grow. And I think this is going to be very helpful for her, because she is I know I keep doing that. I'm not talking about you. I think it's going to be very helpful for Ms. Honda for her when she's helping up these other characters. to help break them out of their walls, because it's only going to make her have to break out of her wall. Because you can't be truly open to someone unless you're not willing to be open back.
Yeah, you see how Miss Honda is just very like mature. It's like, for those who can't see me right now, I'm pointing back at him.
Yeah.
Every time he's talking about her not being mature, he keeps pointing at me.
Yeah.
So he's just getting a little bit back because obviously I am offended. I am very mature for my age, which I will not disclose.
Which is
you.
Which is a very mature thing to do, is talk about how mature you are for your age. Good job.
Exactly. I'm mature. I'm not high-fiving you. Go away.
There's
Yeah,
also
high-fiving
one. There's also one more other thing we need to talk about. When Akito was talking with, I don't remember who was sitting with her. I think it was Shigure or maybe someone else like we haven't met. I wasn't sure. She mentioned that she doesn't want to erase the main character's what's her name again? Toru's
Miss Honda.
Miss Honda's memory, because she and Kyo and Yuki can use her. So she already told us that she is doing it for her own benefit, but what is that benefit? And
Maybe
why
like
does she... What's that?
Maybe like the bridge between the two so they could be friends?
Maybe.
But why is he involving himself?
Don't ask like you know.
Sorry, why is she involving herself?
Don't ask, you know.
I don't.
Because
I didn't watch the last few
she's-
episodes.
Because she's the one who is holding the family together, and she's making all the decisions, right?
Yeah, I
So
think she's
instead
the
of
head.
her trying to figure out their little kerfuffle, you know, like trying to make them like be friends, she would just use someone else to do it, so she doesn't have to do it. And she's like, oh, I'll just let her take care of it. I wonder if, you know, based on what the story she was told already about her, like that kind of made her think that she would be the perfect person to do it. I'm not sure, but it was very interesting that from the get-go we know that the motivation of Akito for allowing Miss Honda to remain her memories and staying in that house are not quite good. You know, very selfish, it seems.
So remember in the second episode when they mention, they show Yuki's past and saying that, hey, they're gonna probably have to wipe your memory. This happened with my friends and stuff. Do you remember Akito did say that you're a shutout, nobody wants to be around you, blah blah blah, people are ashamed of you, something along those lines.
Yeah.
So I think, well, I know personally, so I'm gonna go ahead and part the curtains for you guys a little bit here. She's up to no good, man. She has evil, nasty plans. Because she is a controlling, manipulated person, and she likes the power. And so she's going to use them as a form of power and control, because this is going to be a little bit of a spoiler, but one of the family members is trying to escape. Yuki. He wants to get away from all the control. Somebody wants to bring him back. So the best way to bring him back and, you know, to get him back into the fold properly, to have leverage over. I won't wipe her memories. You guys go have fun. Have a great time. But don't cross me, because I'll erase her memory if you guys do.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like a good person at all.
No, far
for
from.
Sure.
Which is the opposite of Honda. A total sweetheart. A fucking cinnamon roll that just wants kindness and sugar.
I do have a question though.
Sweet stuff. Not, yeah. Stop.
For like a very brief moment, I thought that maybe she was trying to find like a wife for one of them. Because obviously it's a family clan, so there has to be like blood relation, but I didn't know like how that could benefit both of them. So that was kind of a weird thing to kind of that would be a weird plan for her to follow.
Yeah.
Was that?
That leads into my question, because is mom part of the clan or like related to Kyo? Because you don't really get a lot of same hair colors without like in anime without like some relation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
like,
he's very bright red hair.
And so does mom.
I will. I know the answer, but I'll leave you guys with your thoughts.
Well, that's fucked up.
If you know, you know.
I know. I need to know. I don't got time to know. I got time to study.
We got time.
I
We
need
answers.
you to tell me. Either you tell me off screen or you tell me now.
And
spoiler. Just kidding.
no, he's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. He's not.
It's just
It's a fun speculation though, but
the manga just went ahead and be like, let's make 2 people with red hair.
yeah, that's basically it, more or less.
I was hoping the mom was like the cat.
I think that was
Freedom's
just
life or
another way
something.
of trying to emphasize that for her to another like reason to get close to her. You know, oh, it reminds me of your mom's hair. Oh, it does remind me of my mom's hair. So there's a little bit more comfort in there. You know? So okay, he's not nearly as scary and mean as much as I think. He does remind me of my mom. And mom brings in good feelings and makes her happy. So that's what she's doing to subside her thought process on negative.
So mom's like not related to anyone.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Nah. No one's
Because that would have been a little bit creepy.
Oh, and then you guys brought up during the episode, if they can be touched by the opposite sex, how do they, you know, yeah,
Do it, dog.
Procreate.
you know, yeah, procreate.
Get
you
it,
know,
get it. Get it? Did you get it? Hear what I said?
doggy style. Oh God.
But you know what? They're okay. So this is what I'm thinking. They're cursed by the horoscope animals, right? They don't necessarily have to be cursed from birth, and not all family members are cursed either, because they are cousins, right? There are more people involved in the family, and not everyone is cursed. So maybe the people who are not cursed procreate, and then let's say like a first or second or third child of these people are cursed. And also they're not cursed by the animal that is their year of birth either. So it doesn't have to be like, okay, we need another sheep, you know, like you know, next year's the year. We gotta bang out a child.
Come on, this one died. We gotta get a new one here.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe it happens like randomly, or maybe to only random members of the family. I don't.
Yeah.
Perhaps they're not born with it, or maybe only certain.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Okay.
Yeah, so they do in one of the upcoming episodes they do actually talk about that. And Lace, if I'm remembering correctly, you basically nailed it on the head. But except it does happen at birth. As soon as they hold the child, it will instant.
So how the heck are you supposed to feed a rat?
Very tiny syringe.
Okay.
Actually,
lovely.
if it's the opposite sex, accept the family, because how would the mother would hold the child?
Aunt.
That's what
Aunt. That's a storyline for one of our.
So that's why they're all traumatized. That's where all of their problems are coming from.
They cannot have any personal relationships except from the same sex. And also, in most cultures around the world, dudes don't talk about their feelings. Absolutely not. Especially over in Japan, that culture doesn't really talk about their feelings. They're not very open with each other that way, unless you become really personal friends. But here in the United States, you can literally just be standing in line with somebody and find out about their childhood trauma without even, you were just asking them to hand the batteries behind them. So these guys don't have anybody to talk to. So they're all shutouts. They just want to feel like a human to somebody. They want to feel like they can be related and be relatable.
Yeah, definitely. I stand by what I said before. There's so much depth in this anime, and I think there's a lot of like emotional and psychological there's so many like emotional and psychological topics in it that you can really like uncover. So I feel like it's not to be taken lightly. I feel like I would not show it to like a little kid. Even though they may not like recognize all of these issues, I think that this is more like older teenagers, young adults, even like adults kind of anime.
Yeah. No, for sure, man, because this is a very like therapeutic type of show. It really deals with like trauma and how to encompass it, understand it, how to not get over it, but how to live with it. and not have it define you, but you can define it. That makes sense?
Yeah.
I think that felt poetic. So, but
Okay,
yeah,
so
overall,
who is your favorite character so far?
so far,
Kyung
Kyung
Kyung.
Kyung.
Is
I
it
gotta
because
be honest.
Banjo?
Maybe we might be a little
I mean, I am holding a cat. You might not see him, but there is a cat right here.
I absolutely adore Kyoko because even though he's very very angry and very loud, he does try to figure out his emotions, I feel like at a faster rate than the other one so far. And also he's an adorable cat and
Yeah.
What about you?
I feel like it's a little hard for me to decide because, like, while you guys mentioned that you can relate to Toru, I feel like I can. Like, my parents are alive, but they're split at a very young age. So I feel like there were certain areas that I could relate to very easily. So I really like her as a character. I'm not sure if she's like my favorite, but I really hope to see like growth in her, and I really hope that she will kind of develop and kind of recognize that a lot of her behavior comes from like trauma that she experienced, because that's kind of how I see her. Like, she's a incredible people pleaser, which is not healthy. Don't do that.
No. Yes.
Just like we saw at her job, she's taking everyone's jobs. Like, she is, her coworkers were sitting there sipping tea, and she was running around and doing her best, and it's not a very healthy behavior. So I definitely feel like there's like so much to her that may be overlooked just because she is so like childish, but I can definitely like understand her. Like, I know where she's coming from. I know where the behavior is coming from. So it was like maybe easy for me to relate to her. And like, I was just like, I get that. Like, I know why you're doing this. It may be annoying. And like, I just kind of, I hope the best for her. I hope she will recover and she will grow.
100,
And
dude.
I just want to see her be happy and be herself and mature and kind of leave the people pleasing behind her. Set up some boundaries here and there.
Yes is good. No is also good. Okay. It's okay to say no. You are valid in saying no. You don't ever have to do something you don't want to do or you feel like you're overdoing stuff. All right? Think for yourself. And remember, you're number one uno. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, so I definitely really liked her, and I really liked her friends too. Both of them, the blonde girl and the one
she's
with
awesome.
black hair.
Yeah, they're great. Total
they're
sweetheart.
Really cool too. I feel like I don't think I can pick a favorite. I thought I did. I thought I did have a favorite, and like, what? The more I talk about him, like, there's so many characters, there's so much depth. But one character that like,
so true.
Yeah, one character that I kind of maybe I don't really quite understand is Yuki, because I don't know why he's so sad. I haven't figured it out yet. Like, I know he feels like he's in a cage. Maybe he just doesn't like his destiny. Maybe that's what it is, but I feel like I need to see some other episodes to really see where that's coming from, because I haven't figured it out. Maybe I missed it. Maybe it was like right in front of my face and I was just like, woo! Like,
Well, did you check his back for the plum?
Let me look for it.
Yeah, where is it?
I can't wait to have onigiri.
Yeah. Yeah, so with Yuki, they kind of hinted at some of it. Most of it was in his backstory and with that little walk he had with her. That was the most we got of his backstory so far. Later on in the episodes, it does show he ends up with a lot of trauma because he is viewed on a high pedestal, even in the family. And he's been mistreated so bad from all those who are higher up from him. From a young age, he's been told that he's, lack of better terms, bad.
Yeah.
And that nobody cares for him. And now here is a spicy 16-year-old.
Hmm.
That's all he's ever known. That's unfortunately this is where his whole personality is now. He thinks nobody actually cares for him, so he'd rather just put on a fake persona so people did care.
Okay, yeah. I kind of thought that he's maybe like jealous of the freedom that Kyo has.
Oh, 100%. He even talked
but
about it in the 3rd episode.
Yeah, but I didn't think that was enough for him to be this sad and this like it just didn't explain his character, if that makes sense. Like it provided some insight, but I didn't think that was it. Like it has to be something more.
We were able to look through the windows, but we haven't gotten through that door yet.
Yeah. Exactly.
Nah, I totally feel that, man. Yeah, overall, I absolutely just adore this, and I love like the whole deep conversations and I don't know, the therapy behind all of it. It's a really just wholesome anime with a nice little twist behind it for cute animals. How can you argue with that? You got a bubbly main character. All the other characters that we meet, supporting characters, are wonderful. They have all different varieties of moods and attitudes, personalities. It's just a great setup. And then not only that, they dive into really deep, heavy conversations, and they do it in a very light, digestible manner. This is just an awesome. I love it. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. If you have watched it, go watch it again. You know, if you're having a bad day, if it's cloudy on the outside and you're wanting to feel sunny on the inside, put this on, man.
So, to wrap this up, what would be your guys' rating for the anime?
8.2.
Ooh, we got 8.2. That's your highest rating so far.
Yeah.
Okay, 8.2.
I'm going to give it a 8.5. I fucking adore this. I watched it back originally when it was airing in the early 2000s. I had a little DVD of Inuyasha, and at the end of every Inuyasha, they would show a bunch of like little clips of other shows to watch. And Fruit Basket was one of them, and they played the first episode on the back of it. So I've been a big fan since I was like 13. So.
Well, I give it a solid 8.
Solid 8.
It was very interesting watching it now. I would not watch it by myself, so I think you guys like made it better. But definitely solid 8. So, with our wannabe rating of 8.2, we give this pretty much one of our highest ratings. So definitely watch. Yeah, don't look at that. Definitely watch Fruit Basket. One of our highest ratings yet, but maybe there might be something that could beat it.
We have a lot on our list.
Yeah, we have about 6 months worth. So if you are new to the channel, I would love for you guys to continue to stay. You're welcome to check us out over here on what I'm assuming would be Discord. Over here, which might be YouTube. Over there, that might be something I don't know because I'm just pointing at Ed's face right now. But you're welcome to come check us out. Again, we have a lot of things to come, and well, I guess anything you guys want to say?
Thanks so much for hanging out with us in this episode. We hope you enjoy it. There's a lot more coming, and make sure to subscribe.
Yes, and give it a like. Let us know your rating down below. How did you feel about the episode? Give us a quick comment. Let us know your rating of it. And
ooh, if you have any recommendations, let us know. I would like to know what you guys want to watch, especially if it's like the same genre. Not really about reverse harem, because I did talk about Orange Host Club, but that's the only one I will watch.
Yeah.
Give us what other shows. We'll be happy to watch it, especially if there's something new. We've never watched it before, so.
Nothing super gory or R-rated or like hentai stuff. Come on. Let's all enjoy something together here.
Thanks for watching.
Thank
and
you.
Hey, watch some more videos of ours. YMCA, let me hear you say it now. YMCA.
I didn't see way too early.
All right, Lace, go ahead and say some stuff for me real quick.
I am saying stuff.
Thank you.
And things.
Stuff. Thanks,
And
Lori.
things.
Stuff and thanks, Lori.
I'm rewatching it right now, and I can't wait for Lori to die. I fucking hate her.
Guys,
Oh
come on,
my
episode
God.
3 of 3. 3 of 3.